Hey everyone, I'm going to try another brand new recipe that I've never had before. This was recommended by a friend. It's called West African Peanut Stew. Definitely outside of my wheelhouse, not something I've ever eaten before, but I was interested to try it, and I need to get outside of my wheelhouse because I basically ran out of my own recipes. So let's start doing this. First things first, we got Miso Ginger Broth. I got this at Trader Joe's. I specifically got this ginger broth one because this recipe calls for some ginger, so I thought this might complement the flavors well there. We're going to use 2 of them. As far as the peanut flavor goes, I'm going to go with this sunflower seed spread. I've actually stopped eating peanut butter quite a while ago, and I also found out recently that I'm allergic, I guess, but not bad. But I like sunflower seed butter better. I like the taste of it more, but if you want to get the regular peanut butter, which is cheaper, definitely do that. So, but I'm going to go with this, and I do recommend the flavor. I like it a lot. Up next, the recipe does call for some rice, and you might know this is my favorite rice, organic brown rice from Trader Joe's. It's already pre-cooked, so that saves me some time. If I just want to throw it in the microwave for 3 minutes, then it's done. So I like this. I think it will go well with this recipe. It makes it easier than boiling rice for like half hour. So here is some fresh ginger that I got from Trader Joe's. We're just going to shave a little bit off. If you wanted to save some money, I would understand skipping this. I almost did myself because of our broth already has ginger flavor, but I am going to go with the recipe here, and I'm going to shave off a little bit of ginger. Up next, we have a sweet potato. I think this is going to be a nice flavor with this soup. We have a small can of tomato paste. I got this at Trader Joe's, but these are everywhere. Meijer, Kroger, all that. It probably would be a little bit cheaper at Kroger, but I was already here, so. Here we have some cilantro. We're going to use only about 1/4 of this, but cilantro is one of my all-time favorite things at the moment, so I'm excited. That might be why I'm doing this recipe, because I have another reason to use cilantro. We also have some kale, which I'm also currently into these days. It goes really good in soup, I found, so that's why I chose kale. The recipe calls for any sort of greens, collard greens in particular, but I wanted to go with kale, so that's what I'm going to do. We also are going to use a little bit of red pepper chili flakes. I got this at Trader Joe's, only $2. And finally some garlic. We're going to use 4 garlic cloves. No, actually finally some cumin. We're just going to use a little bit of cumin. So this should be a unique flavor combo. I'm excited to find out what it tastes like, and let's make it. So first things first, let's chop up 4 cloves of garlic. I have 4 cloves here. First you got to get that paper off. Okay, garlic is done. Okay, now we need a tablespoon of fresh ginger, and I actually don't have a grater. I mean, I don't eat cheese, so maybe that's why. But I'm just gonna try shaving off chunks, basically, so do whatever you can. Maybe you got a grater. This is gonna be really caveman style here. Okay, I think that's the best I can do. Okay, now it's time to show this sweet potato who's boss. Sure do love having a huge knife for sweet potatoes. Okay, next we're just going to add a tablespoon of olive oil to a pan. And yes, I know I didn't include that as an ingredient. You can always skip the olive oil. There we go. You can always use vegan butter too, Earth Balance, or even water or something like that. So then, let's just throw it all in there. There we go. I've actually never cooked ginger before, never sliced it up or anything, and it smells really good. I might be a huge fan of ginger. And the plan is to saute this for about 10 minutes. I forgot to mention, let's add a teaspoon of cumin, which I don't usually measure that, I just put some in, okay? I'm just putting some in. Okay, that felt like a teaspoon to me. And 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, that's hardly anything. There we go. And let that keep sauteing on medium heat. Maybe I should turn the burner on. That's a good start. Always good to turn the burner on when you're trying to cook the food. And then, yeah, we're just going to saute this for about 10 minutes. Okay, spent about 10 minutes total sauteing these sweet potato, garlic, and ginger on medium heat with that cumin and red pepper. So, now let's add the rest. Now let's add a 1/2 cup of that sunflower seed butter, 1 can of tomato paste. Now we shall add 6 cups of vegetable broth, so that is 1 full carton of this and 1/2 of the other one. Okay, now we're going to stir this up until the sunflower seed butter and tomato paste are kind of dissolved into the broth, so let's try it. Oh yeah, this is dissolving pretty well, dissolving pretty quickly here. I'm smelling these unique flavors already, I gotta say I like it. Okay, that feels pretty dissolved to me, so I'm gonna throw this up to high, get it boiling, and then we're gonna let it simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. Once it's boiling, you know, just get it simmering, put the lid on there. So that's the plan. 15-20 minutes, I'll see you then. So just rip off the leafy part and leave the stem behind. Let's just cut it into some strips. Doesn't have to be too small. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes, between 15 and 20 somewhere, and I'm going to throw the kale in there now, so let's do it. Okay, 5 more minutes of simmering. Okay, now that we're in the final stage, last phase, let's take out our rice. Grab 1 bag. This is 2 cups of rice right here, and microwave it for 3 minutes. Put this side down. Make sure you read the bag, just like popcorn. That side down, 3 minutes. Boom. I love these pre-cooked rice bags. Okay, it's about that time to add the rice. Now this recipe calls for adding it at each serving, but I don't want to have to bother with that every time, so I'm just going to add it all right now. It's going to be in there for the leftovers as well. The bag's going to be hot, so be careful. And dump that stuff in. Boy, that is looking good. Tad bit of cilantro. It calls for 1/4 of a bunch. Really doesn't matter. You just use whatever amount you like, or none at all. Okay, I'm so excited to try these flavors. Never had anything like this. Oh man, it smells fantastic. I can like smell the ginger. I've like hardly ever eat ginger, so this has got to be good for my system. Holy crap, that's good. I get more of a tomato flavor than you do any kind of sunflower seed butter, peanut flavor. I can't really taste that part of it, which is cool. You would think this might be overwhelmingly peanut butter or sunflower seed. I can hardly taste that. I taste a lot more tomato and sweet potato flavor. You know, I hardly used any seasonings in this too. I didn't put any salt or pepper in this, and the flavor is just incredible. Who would have guessed I would love West African peanuts too so much? I'm going to be eating this a lot more, and it was not hard at all, especially with that microwavable rice. Makes it way easier. Okay, gotta stop eating. This is fantastic. This is one of my all-time faves, I think, and glad I surprised myself with this. I hope you take the effort to surprise yourself. The hardest thing about it is the chopping part. I mean, once you got that, you're just like stewing stuff for a while. So give it a shot. I would love to know what you think of it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.